Yo, yo, yo. Here, make sure we locked in over here. Yep, locked in. Cool. Cool. Need to start keeping these headphones out. Comfy. Pretty comfy. The cord so long, man. All right. Good to go. Well, that's up. That's up. Really want to just start here to get my game, get my mind flowing first before I get to going. She ain't got to worry about too many people this early in my young streaming career. I wonder why I can't never play it if I do it this way. Oh, yeah, you can. Cool. I wanted to take a second. Let me make sure I look right. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. Wish I had my chapstick up here on me. I do. I know the title say Super Bowl stuff. That is 1000% the plan to talk about the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna be streaming long at all. Like, this is gonna be super quick. But I was compelled today. Excuse me. I was compelled today to really talk about the Super Bowl. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all. Like, I'm glad to see the Chiefs lost. I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan, but I'm anti-dynasty. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan more, and it's protect Tom legacy at all costs. So anytime we can secure that through a dynasty not happening, because a three-peat, that would have just made it all about he the best quarterback ever. And let's just give him a little more time to become the best quarterback ever. So I'm all on the side of perfect. Let's not do it. So I enjoyed that. I'm gonna save my thoughts on the halftime show because I want to do a little research on like what people were saying about the halftime show. I saw a lot of what I saw about the halftime show, but it'd be curious. I saw a lot of TikToks. I actually spent some time today listening to a live TikTok, like a live session. VIP. Oh shit! But I'm just getting off work, so before I even do anything, I wanted to blow off a little bit of steam, and then we're gonna get into this. Like I said, probably a good hour. What is it, 7:45? So I probably played it like 2 games, get into that, and then bust down the Super Bowl, clip it up, throw it out on the social channels or whatever. But yeah, bear with me. Actually, I be having to take the rings off when I game, man. Who knew at this big age, at 34, yeah, I'm 34, that I'd be back into the games and stuff like that. And I recently just got back into the
Need that. Time for some close quarters poetry.
I need that too. Body on body on body on mine. TikTok be coming up with the best freaking.
Your VIP is
Damn.
S7 sniper inbound.
Glitch up on me now.
S7 sniper available. New VIP. That looked very painful.
It's the first shot. cooking her ass.
Energy sword
Oh,
inbound.
shit. Good shit, teammate. Good stuff, teammate. Where they VIP
Energy
at?
sword available.
We need to go hunting.
New
Oh, they in there together. That's the deal. I see what they got going down. Flush them out, flush them out, flush them out. Coming around the back end. Oh, he got that chopper. Then he took my BR. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that other sword. They get him? Flush him out, flush him out.
Your VIP eliminated.
Boy, they killing us up under
New VIP. Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
They coming, they coming. What? No, VIP, you don't need to be on the front line. Good shit, good shit. Watch yourself, watch yourself. Blitz him out of there, blitz him out of there. No, it's partner. No, it's partner. Press him, press him, press him. I low. Somebody go in there. Nobody was behind. Yes. Thank you. Finally. Nah, come up on this sword, bro. If you don't come up on nothing else.
Your VIP eliminated.
Boy, they burning our ass up. What?
New VIP. Beautiful shot, Spark.
Boy, it's partner up top. Watch your back, watch your back.
Shooting, Spark.
I need that yicky. I need that yicky.
New VIP. S7 sniper inbound. Energy sword inbound. S7 sniper available. Energy sword available. Your VIP eliminated. A masterful strike. Double kill. Camo inbound. Killing spree. Triple kill. Enemy VIP eliminated.
Good shit, boy. Good
New
shit.
VIP. Active camo available.
Nice little run right there. Yeah, damn too much. Then get after him.
New VIP.
His ass over here. They over there posted up.
Enemy VIP eliminated.
Good. Okay. Okay.
Your
okay.
VIP eliminated. New VIP. New VIP. Enemy VIP eliminated. Your VIP eliminated.
Bro.
Spartan down. They'll think twice next time. New VIP. New VIP. How satisfying. New VIP. Your VIP eliminated. Enemy team nearing victory. New VIP. Active camo inbound. What an elegant weapon. Active camo available. Do try to breathe a bit softer. They're close. Frenzy. New VIP. Double kill. Energy sword inbound. New VIP. Resonance cascade confirmed. Energy sword available.
Ah, that was me. Get him. I had, bro. What kind of glitch was that? That was a good game, though. That was definitely supposed to. I was never the VIP though. Let me play this one more time so I can get into it. Yeah, but so I definitely say I'm gonna talk about the game itself. Obviously, talk about the game itself. Just the Chiefs and the Eagles going at it for sure. Halftime for sure. Like, definitely look up who all was in attendance. I think that's gonna be good to check out. Yeah. Should I write this stuff down? Yeah, I probably should write this down so I don't forget. Excuse me. All right. So we say the game. Halftime. Who's who? The game, halftime, who's who.
Slayer.
No, this yes, I do. Post game. Next year. Work.
Earn more kills than your opponents to win.
Oh shit. Drop down, drop down, drop down.
The other one put down.
Got me. Shit, if I can get back over there and get my stuff. Where I was at?
How very surgical.
You draw, you better be Picasso. Oh,
Power items incoming.
ooh, the sniper. He just catching it on the hall. Good shit, good shit. Come on, teammate. Come on, teammate. Good cleanup. Good cleanup. Fuck me. Oh, good grenade.
Not today, friend.
Let's finish off. I fucked that up. I messed that up bad. Leave. Behind me.
S7 sniper inbound. S7 sniper available. Another one put down.
This mechanics. See, I'm super competitive, man. People don't know that. Well, I think people do. I don't like it. No.
Enemy halfway to victory.
I have to do that after this.
They'll think twice this time.
Enemy shields down.
Power weapons en route. Power weapons on the field. Exquisite. Bet that was a surprise.
Copy Tom Brady with that one. Drop that joke right in the pocket. It's out of there. Gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold 'em.
Shields are down.
Five minutes remaining.
Ah, no, don't reload right now. Ah! Now I ran out of ammo. Now I ran out of ammo. Oh, 3 of them low and I ran out of ammo, bruh. How I do that?
I see headshots in your future.
Counter snipe.
Another trophy for the pile.
Enemy team nearing victory.
They never saw you coming.
Gained the lead.
Shields down.
Oh.
We've lost a teammate. Another one down.
Tango closing in.
Power items incoming. Power items now available.
Lost the lead.
No. Ah, 48, 48, don't die, don't die. Ah. Nade him, nade him, nade him, nade him.
Defeat.
Me, I got too freaking greedy. Too greedy. Too damn greedy. Alright. Shout out to my homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy. Too greedy, Jeremy. Too greedy, young grasshopper. Too greedy, young grasshopper. Okay. All right. Was it on this the whole time? Guess we'll find out. That's probably rookie mistake 101. All right. Anyway, let's talk about Super Bowl. So, what is first things first? Here we go. Super Bowl LIX. The Eagles beat the brakes off the Chiefs, and it don't look nearly as close as it was. 40-22. I think it was like 24-0 at halftime. Things everybody already knows if you watch the Super Bowl. But what I took from that Super Bowl was, I think Mahomes is doing the right thing, and he's taking a lot of the blame, a lot of the credit. A lot of the credit for the loss. But I think, realistically speaking, I think you got to put a lot of that credit on Andy Reid, the head coach, because they didn't make any adjustments. Like any adjustments. The Eagles, they didn't attempt to run the ball. They being Kansas City. They didn't attempt to run the ball. I think they ended with like 3 rushing attempts. I mean, besides that, the Eagles got home with no blitzes. Like they didn't blitz any throughout the entire game, which is unheard of. I think the stat that they keep talking about on ESPN is like only 6 teams have ever not blitzed in the Super Bowl, and of all 6 of those teams, they won. They beat Mahomes' ass all night long. I mean, from the first step, you could hear Brady talking about the commentary. Brady saying, like, look at his feet. He's just not set. He's just not comfortable. You could hear it. You could hear it all night. I mean, it wasn't even close, really. The Eagles sacked them a bunch. How many sacks did the Eagles end with? How many sacks did the Eagles have in the Super Bowl? 6. They sacked them 6 times. And actually, let me show y'all something else. Something I thought was real fun. We did this yesterday, me and my lady, while we was watching the game. I'm sitting. Let me airdrop this to myself. See if it come on up. Yeah, there we go. Open this up. And while I'm doing that, I'll switch to this thing. All right, check this out. If you can see this, I'm gonna make this larger. This is something we did yesterday. I'm sure you've done this before. I've seen some variation of it before. Basically, what this is just different things. So let's start with how long will John Batiste sing the Star Spangled Banner? There's a lot of controversy around that because I started it right at the first word, and I probably could have started it like a millisecond sooner, and he hit like right under 2 minutes. Had I been a gambling man, dude, I'd have been hot. Cause I mean, he had some little extra runs in there where he was just trying to elongate it a little bit, and it just gave people who bet the over 2 minute mark a little bit of false hope, because I definitely thought, I was like, oh yeah, he gonna hit it. But I always say my rule of thumb, not even being racial, this is just the way I look at it. My rule of thumb is, if it is a black person singing the national anthem, I generally take the over. If it's a person of non-African American descent, I generally take the under. Black singers for the national anthem tend to be, in my opinion, more theatrical. They tend to be a little more drawn out, a little more over the top. So that's why I go with the over. But number 1 was the under. The coin flip, can't even remember it. Which team won? Kansas City won. They deferred. Probably the wrong decision in hindsight. I think if Kansas City knew then what they know now, I think they try and take it that first drive and try and march down and put the Eagles on their heels. Since they did not, they let the Eagles drive, and the Eagles had a bad call. I think it was a bad call. It was a pass interference. Let me see if I can find it. We'll go back to that. Let's see. YouTube. Super Bowl. LIX PI call.
Hurts from the gun. Back to
This is 4th down. This is 4th down right here. 4th and 2, as you can see it down there in the bottom corner. 4th and 2.
pass going deep. Far sideline. Caught. A.J. Brown.
Clean catch.
On McDuffie. Oh.
They call that. And I get it. The purists would say, right there. The purist would say, the purist sports fan, the purist football fans, people who are textbook by the letter of the law, would say this is at least a hands to the face. Minimum hands to the face. Offensive PI, I don't think so. But they would say this is a hands to the face. And I believe if it was a hands to the face, even instead of a PI, it's still no catch. I think that's still a penalty regardless, actually. So either way, this would have been negated. But people like myself I consider myself a big football fan. I'm a fan of the game. I love commentary. I love to hear people talk about the game. Hence why I'm doing this one-off stream. I'll be streaming Thursday, by the way, if anybody's watching this in passing. Hence why I feel like I had to just come on and just dissect the Super Bowl real quick from my standpoint, because I was like, I love the game. I really want to do this. It'll be fun. Anyway, people like myself, don't call this. This is a ticky-tack call. I am, however, glad that on the following possession for the Chiefs, they got a ticky-tack call back, right, on defense. So, but yeah, I don't think you call this. And Tom Brady feels the same. So, okay. Anyway, didn't like that, but I think the Chiefs take that ball first. I'm just going through all of these. Which team will score first? That was Philly by a landslide. Well, the first player, he was odd. It was Jalen Hurts on the tush push, I believe. How would the first score come? The first turnover was an interception by Jalen Hurts. Probably the only bad move he made the entire game. Yeah, literally the entire game. It was probably one other throw I think he would have won it back. But outside of that, I mean, dude played a phenomenal game. And people give Jalen Hurts the hardest time. The hardest time. They hate him. He can't throw. I don't think he's Tom Brady. I don't think he's Peyton Manning. I don't think he's Aaron Rodgers, but he's Jalen Hurts. Dude, nice. And I'm glad he won the Super Bowl like Brandon Graham said. Get these folks off your back, man. Which product will be advertised first? I don't remember that when I threw the answers away. The kickoff sidelines, I think that was Kansas City. The first coach shown was Andy Reid. Which side will be penalized first? It was offense, ironically. The Eagles had that. Now, this is a good segue to talk about the halftime show. I am, okay, I always preface it with this. I'm a big Drake fan, right? So people naturally were texting me thinking that I felt some type of way. Like my really good friends and my family know I am equally a Kendrick Lamar fan. Huge Kendrick Lamar fan. Huge fan of the artist of Kendrick Lamar. Do I think Drake is the bigger artist? 100%. Do I think Drake has the better catalog? 100%. Do I think Kendrick is more quote unquote artistic? 100%. Kendrick is like the Pulitzer Prize winner, as everybody loves to bring up. Like you get that from being an artist, right? I think Drake is a monumental pop superstar, R&B star, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, artistically, I said all of that to say this. Artistically, I thought the Super Bowl halftime was chef's kiss. Phenomenal. Artistically. I love the Uncle Sam element. Let me see if I can find it. Uncle Sam Super Bowl.
It's your uncle, Sam. And this is the great American game. Oh, too loud, too reckless, too ghetto.
It was a quick aha moment for me because it didn't register. I'll be honest. When I first saw Uncle Sam come up, it's your Uncle Sam. I was thinking about it's my Uncle Sam, Samuel. But the layers and symbolism to him being Uncle Sam, Samuel Jackson being Uncle Sam, I get it. Hopefully you got it. Although you would be surprised, there were a lot of people online who did not get any of the symbolism hidden in this Super Bowl. I mean, like when I say any, I mean like any of it. And by and large, I would say, my honest opinion, I would say the reviews on the Super Bowl have been mixed. You have Actually, let me stay on topic first. Samuel, I loved Kendrick's creative vision. There's a lot of deep dives and deep thinking thoughts, deep thought pieces. That's what I'm looking for on what he did artistically. Some people were saying the layout was a controller. He made the American flag with black bodies, his friends being on the corner. My mom called me just to kind of allude to some of the people who just did not get it. My mom called me and said, Jeremy, who was that on that halftime show? Janie on Facebook. Old people love to go to Facebook for their news. Janie on Facebook said all they was doing was up there just cussing with gold teeth. And I laughed about that so hard yesterday. It's still a little bit funny now, but that's kind of like one half of the sentiment of the Kendrick Lamar show. You had the pure Kendrick Lamar fans, like the fans, the core fans. We love Kung Fu Kenny. We love K-Dot. They were riding for it artistically. Home run, knocked it out of the park, every angle of it. Then you have the people, I would say like myself, right? Let me not even use myself first. Then you have the people on the other side. A lot of people are saying white people. A lot of people are saying just people who are not kind of cultured in regards to what Kendrick's style is, who just did not like it. And it wasn't that they didn't like it. I think they just did not understand it because there was not a lot of hits. The tempo of it was a little down. Even me, when he first started coming on the GNX, I was like, man, this is a slow start. You know what I mean? I get where he was going, because when you know Kendrick and you know the fandom of Kendrick, right? You know who he is. This is all within his bag, But it started a little slow for me. And I would say to the masses, they come to the Super Bowl and they're expecting Rihanna 80 feet in the air, Usher rollerblading around the thing. But what they got was you got the revolution will be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. That's exactly what they got. So I think you have this whole entire side. They were just like, oh, I just did not get it. It just did not make any sense to me. I just don't understand it. Why did he come out? What song was that? Right? So you got those people. You got the people that would have liked whatever Kendrick done. You got the people who just completely did not get it and thought the show was extremely boring. And then I think you have a lot of people like myself. I saw the artistic, creativity and the symbolism of it as a big positive. Now, I thought the set list was terrible. That's just my personal opinion. I do. From top to bottom, I love the way he went into Not Like Us. Charlemagne the God said he didn't think Kendrick should have done Not Like Us because he was giving Drake a huge moment in the Super Bowl. I could see that. I could see that logic. But I do like the way he kind of segued into Not Like Us, right? I thought that was good. But I just thought Kendrick bag was so much deeper than the songs he did. And I get he wanted to be like super quote unquote woke for this, because that's a lot of what it was. But let's just look at his top songs real quick. Top hits. All right. So this Kendrick top hits on Billboard. I would have liked to see Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Personally speaking, I can see why people would be like, maybe not. Poetic, you can't do poetic justice. Obviously, you can't do poetic justice. Euphoria, I did love that. I love that because when he first did Euphoria, I was like, oh, that's good. And I thought that, I initially thought that was going to suffice for for Not Like Us. I thought the Euphoria was going to be hey, there it is. That's what I thought. Boy, was I wrong. Okay. Loyalty would have been perfect. Huge song. People know it. And you still kind of get the blackness of it. Loyalty. That's just me thinking. Squabble Up. Cool. TV Off. You got to do it. Mustard. All the kids loved it. Niece and nephew seen the video. They running around the house yelling mustard to the top of their lungs. You got to do that one. Knock it out of the park. DNA would have been great. I would have liked to see him open to DNA. Like, on the GNX. Hard, I would have thought. Swimming pools, probably not, a little too slow. All of the stars, gotta do that. Gotta do it. Luther, I see that one. That's good. Can't do effing problems. Pray for me, probably not. Like that. Yeah, probably not. Nope. Bad Blood. That's a Taylor Swift song. And she's in the building, so probably not. Humble. and Not Like Us. So I thought personally, and these are just hits, but if you go in and sprinkle just some of the old school classics from, like, let's just say Good Kid, Mad City. Let me see the track list on that. Money Trees, I think could have worked. I think could have worked really well. Like I said, you can't do Poetic Justice. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, I think would have hit. What else we got? Let me see if anything from Mr. Morale would have worked. Oh, I think from Mr. Morale. Hey, you know what would have been hard though? Now that we like just really flushing it out, it'd have been pressure if he did the I think that's Rich. Nigga, broke phone. Stop playing with me before I turn you to a song. Like if he came out with something slow like that, because like nobody knew the freestyle, and I get that because I get that. This is it, and I know it's probably you're not gonna be able to hear it, but. Before I turn you to a song. He turned you to a song, obviously. Okay. Anyway, so going back to it, personally speaking, I think, again, I say creatively, knocked it out of the park. Knocked it out of the park. I love the dancing. I love the guys on the street lights, kind of just happy, vibing. And Samuel L. Jackson giving the commentary as Uncle Sam throughout the entire thing. Too ghetto, too black. Now that's right. Slow it down a little bit. When SZA came out, that's what they like. And even the way he was like the little subtle shots, the game over at the end, halftime show, to me, if I had to rate it, I would go a solid 7. He get a lot of love off the creativity element because I'm an artistic person. So I really enjoyed the Uncle Sam element of it. I really enjoyed like the way he went into Not Like Us. I enjoyed the way him and SZA did their portion of it. But I just think he could have smoked it with a better set list. And I'm no Pulitzer Prize winner. I don't know how you pronounce that. And maybe there's a little more logic, a little more symbolism in it that I'm not seeing in the set list. But this is just coming from me. I think he could have smoked it with a better set list and still did the exact same thing. Still had the exact same cultural moment, pro-blackness. I think all of that could have been preserved, but I think the set list could have been a little bit tighter and a little bit. I just did not like the set list. I thought the set list was flat. Again, I found myself at the very beginning of it, kind of that old school Jay-Z hard nod. Like, yeah, I'm Kendrick, my guy, but I'm trying to catch it. I'm trying to catch a body here. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until like well into the meat of it that I started being like, yeah, this is starting to get good. And then Not Like Us, it's a hit, man. No, again, like I said, I'm one of Drake's biggest fans. It's a hit. You gonna always get the house with that. You gonna always get crowd with it. And the fact you got all these people screaming a minor is crazy to me. And then the game over at the end, crazy. I will say, side note, if you're a Drake fan, I think we're going to get some heat on that next album. I think it's going to be a ride, so strap in. But yeah, that's what I thought about the halftime. I thought it was good. All in all, good halftime. Like I said, I give it a 7, just off of artistry, off of timeliness, off of creativity. What would have pushed it up? Set list. All right, going back to the game. So, will either quarterback throw for 300 yards? I don't think either one of them did. Mahomes came close. Most of it was garbage yards, though. He started hooking up with Xavier Worthy late in the game. But one thing I was telling my girl last night, I was like, Mahomes gonna come back on y'all ass switching and torching folks next year. Because you didn't embarrass this man in front of all his company. He had, and we're going to talk about this, he had Donald Trump in the building. He had Taylor Swift in the building. She always come anyway, but still. Taylor Swift in the building, and all the stars was out. Kevin Hart, Bradley Cooper. I seen Tiger in the building. Angel Reese was in the building. All of the black stars was in the building. Quavo, Lotto, Casanat, Speed. Tom Brady to watch his Jay-Z. He bought the kids out. I mean, folks was in the building. And y'all embarrassed, bro, and the Chiefs. Kelsey looked like he about 55 out there. I think Kelsey, though, just talk about Kelsey real quick. Kelsey I think he got another 2 years left in the tank. I really do. I'm joking and saying he looked like he's 55 because he did look like he was 55. But I think that is a byproduct of Kelsey not taking his craft serious these last 2 years. And when I say not taking his craft seriously, what I mean by that is to perform at that level he had been performing at, you got to put in X amount of work. He's got a huge podcast. Not only does he have a huge podcast, he has a huge girlfriend that requires a lot of jet setting. If you remember just last summer, he was at her tours all overseas. You can't tell me he working out and doing the stuff over there. He might go down to the little hotel gym and hit a little He might hit a little couple of them and go back, kick that bad hair back and, do his thing that way. But he not putting it in. But I think this summer, the way them Chiefs just got embarrassed last night, all right. You better look out for them next year. They coming for real. You didn't embarrass Andy Reid. That's the worst game, I think. That is the worst game Andy Reid has ever called. He made next to no adjustments. He did not attempt to run the ball. Like, they just got scrubs back there. Pacheco is decent, right? And you can't even make the case. You can't even make the argument that they couldn't have ran on the Eagles. They didn't even try. We don't even know if they could have ran the ball on the Eagles. We have no clue. Zero clue. It's almost like they went into it. They looked at the tape and said, we got no shot of running the ball against the Eagles, so we're not even going to try. That's what it looked like to me. But when you do that, that allows your defensive line, my football fans are going to understand exactly what I'm going for here. When you do that, that allows your defensive line to worry about nothing. They got 4 guys that can get after him. And they best guy, Jalen Carter. I don't even like Jalen Carter that much. I respect the heck out of him as a player, but I think he's super arrogant. When every time he get a sack, you know what I'm saying? Like, not a big fan of him. But you can't deny, bro is a menace. He is a hell-raising menace. He didn't even eat like that yesterday. It was sweat. It was that young boy, DeJean. I think his name DeJean or something like that. That got the pick 6. He was going crazy in the middle of the defense. And then who else got a bunch of sacks up there on the front end? I have to look it up. I can't remember. But Carter wasn't really just going crazy like that. But why am I saying this? If you don't even attempt to run the ball, you have these Pro Bowlers, not even Pro Bowlers. You got this team. All they are worried about is get back there and hit 15 ass. That's it. We got one job. Like, I hear a guy, one of the guys I get a lot of football knowledge from, football commentary that I listen to. I won't say who it is. Got to keep my sources to myself. But he talks a lot about how defensive players a lot of times are trained not necessarily to go off a snap count because quarterbacks are really good at manipulating the snap count and getting you to jump off sides. So they look at the ball, right? They look at the ball to snap so they can get off. Why does that make sense? Why is that important? If we don't have to worry anything about squaring up our shoulders, making sure we got gap protection, making sure the running back not about to run right up the hole at us, all we have to do is watch for that ball and go smack Patrick Mahomes around. It's going to be a long night for Pat. It was a long night for Pat. You could see he was clearly never settled. And from the beginning of this three-peat, it's a totally different record that was about to happen. But this game, and it played out that way, this game reminded me so much of that 2007 Patriots Super Bowl where the Giants beat they didn't beat the brakes off of them. But, okay. They beat the brakes off of Brady in that game. They were beating them up. Justin Tuck, I think that was Strahan last year, if I remember right. So that's Tuck, Strahan. They had another dude, JPP, Justin Pierre-Paul. Yeah, I think it's Justin Pierre-Paul, Jason Pierre-Paul. They were working him out. And this game felt eerily similar to that before they even took a snap. And after I saw the first 2 snaps, I told my girl, I said, man, it finna be, because I'm a big Pat fan. I'm a humongous Patrick Mahomes fan. But I am also anti-dynasty because I love me some Tom Brady. So we protecting the Tom Brady GOAT status by any means possible. So I didn't want Pat to three-peat, because if Pat three-peated, now we really talking about we're going to have to mess with my boy Tom Brady legacy. And I ain't having that. TB12 is the GOAT. He is my GOAT. The same way Drake is my GOAT, word to act. The same way Drake is my GOAT, TB12 is my GOAT. And you ain't changing my mind. Just, you ain't got no chance. Don't even try it. I like a lot of quarterbacks and I love to watch football, but TB12 is my GOAT. Now, anyway, they were teeing off on Mahomes, and it looked eerily similar to that Brady 07 Super Bowl. Mahomes' feet was tap dancing. I think that's what Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith call. I mean, not Stephen A. Shannon Sharp. They call it tap dancing. He back there in the pocket tap dancing. I mean, and that's exactly what Mahomes was doing. If you go back, watch that game, and just look at his feet. He was never set throwing into a lot of those balls, and that's why a lot of them towards Kelsey was in the dirt because he was just kind of getting them out there. Then you had guys like DeAndre Hopkins. He coming out after the game talking about, folks talk about the refs and yada, 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 but it was bad calls for us. You got no shot, man. The game wasn't even close, partner. The game went even close. If the game was a little bit closer, maybe you can make that argument, but the game wasn't even close, dog. It wasn't even close. And he dropped a wide open ball that wouldn't have tipped the game in the other favor, but dropped a wide open ball, man. So I ain't buying that. But yeah, anyway, I think hats off to the Eagles. They came in with a perfect game plan. Jalen Hurts played nearly perfect. The Eagles defense, I really thought you were going to have, early on, I thought, oh, this is going to be tough. You got to give somebody on that defensive ball the MVP. That's what I was thinking. But then when Jalen connected with, I think it was Devontae on that long ball, I said, yeah, it's going to Jalen Hurts. Because when I thought you was going to have to give it to a defensive player, I said, man, the girlies will riot. The girlies will literally riot if Jalen Hurts is not the MVP. They love him. They love him. You can't deny the brother is handsome, man. You can't, I mean, come on. I'm as straight as they come. You can't deny it. You look nice. But I'm saying, oh, if they don't give it to Jalen Hurts, the girlies will riot. It will be a full out riot in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I think that pretty much covers the game. What did we miss? Did he tush push more than once? It was only one tush push. Neither kicker missed. Did any player score multiple touchdowns? Xavier Worthy, the young bull from the Chiefs, he scored 2. Yep. 50-yard play happened. Nothing on the field was overturned. Defensive touchdown happened. A scoreless quarter was not one. The fourth quarter ended up being the highest. Which beer was the most advertised? I picked on that Michelob, I think is what I picked. But I think Bud Light actually won when I tallied it out. Product advertised the most easily, chips. I didn't see any current NFL players. The Gatorade was yellow. There was a lot of people mad about that because some people saw green, some people saw yellow. But Gatorade, the official channel, came out and said yellow. Who was the first person the Super Bowl MVP thanked? He thanked God first, so that was cool. And who won the Super Bowl? Obviously, Philadelphia won the Super Bowl. So that was just a little cheat sheet. Maybe you follow along with that next year. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good Super Bowl. It was good. Patrick Mahomes got beat down. Hated for him. But my boy going to come back next year stronger, better than ever. He get old Rashee Rice back. They probably going to give Rashee Rice a big suspension for that incident that happened in Dallas a year ago now. But he probably going to get a big suspension for that. But once he get back in the saddle, they'll have Rice, Worthy. My guess is in the draft, they go offensive line and running back. Be my guess. Could be completely wrong. That defense is fine if they can keep it together. Because honestly, Kansas City defense did their job. You know, Mahomes gave the Eagles 14. So what was the final score? Chiefs versus Eagles Super Bowl. So Mahomes gave them 14. I'm not that good with math. That ain't my strong suit. So if we say 40 minus 14, 40 minus 14, that get you to 22-26. And they say the Chiefs ain't lost, what? They done won 12 straight one-score games. So if you take those 14 off, that get you 22-26. But that's still 26 the Eagles' way. And like I said, they were beating Mahomes up all night. Now, let's see who was in attendance at the Super Bowl. We talked about the game. We talked about halftime. Talked about next year a little bit too. I don't think the Eagles repeat. I don't. That's just my hot take. Who's who at the Who else? Maybe. What stars? Yeah, there we go. Let's see what we can find this way. You're going to always find something out there, BuzzFeed. Here are all the celebrities. Yeah, there we go. Here are all the celebrities that were spotted at the 2025 Super Bowl. Did not see any footage of Tinashe. I don't know, bro. Saw Kevin. I saw old John Dutton in the building. I'm talking, they took my boy Mahomes to the train station. I saw Pete Davidson too. Saw Jay-Z. Yep. Saw Jay, saw the kids. I don't know them like that. Probably a cultural thing. Paul Rudd looks like a Chief fan. He probably was hiding, boy. It was rough out there. Jill, I ain't know Jill was in the spot. That's what's up. I definitely saw Trump. Man. I was so happy that the Chiefs lost because he was going for them. Like, I'm always an upset fan. Like, people will tell you, I love a good upset. Oh, I love me a good upset. This ain't got nothing to do with political takes. Nothing to do with political takes. I don't care who you voted for. Could care less. But I love a good upset. And everybody, a lot of people were going for Philly. A lot of people were saying Philly had the better team, which I thought they did as well. But a lot of people just were like myself, oh, I can't bet against Mahomes. And he was like, one guy's just so much better than the other. One guy's a winner, you know, and his wife really loves me. She's a good girl. She's a good lady. That's what he was saying. And boy, I wonder if he just went on, phoned it in and was like, all right, Secret Service, get me out of here. This dude is getting touched. But they said his fans was booing Taylor Swift. I thought the Eagles fans were probably booing her, but it's probably a combination, right? Doechii, I didn't know she was there, but that's dope. She deserved to be there. She having a great run. Zac Efron, Adam Sandler was in the building. Oh, they had Missy in the spot. Flavor Flav. Chance the Rapper. I seen the video. I think that's Sweetie, right? I seen that. Obviously, Serena was there crip walking. And people were kind of hating on that crip walk. I seen both sides of it. Some people were saying she's too old to be out there and like getting into that type of petty stuff. But apparently her and Drake situation ended on petty terms. So I guess she's like, hey, you want to be petty, calling my husband a groupie? I'm finna go out here and crip walk for my home dog. Uncle Sam was in the spot. Braxton Burial. Bradley Cooper, we saw him. I ain't see Master P, but I ain't shocked about that. Yeah, we getting to some people. Terry Crews, King Cruz. No, I'm not hip. SZA, obviously Mustard and Kendrick. Tom Brady was hosting. Taylor Swift was there. You know, people give Taylor Swift stuff the hard time. And why her and Ice Spice, are they like friends or label mates or something? Because they be together a lot. And it just seemed not odd that they're together, but it just don't feel like they friends. And I'm not saying they not friends, but it's just like, it feels like a business arrangement almost. Like, you cool, I'm cool, we cool through this business, so we gonna sit by. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. And maybe they just became friends over time. Yeah. So those are all the stars. Let's see what E Online got. We seen a lot of these. People be hating on Taylor. I think Taylor cute. I think she make good music. I love her story, the way she got her masters and stuff back. I got no issues with Taylor. You can call me a Swiftie. I'm a part of the tribe because I actually like her music. Like, I actually like it. Is that Seal? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I seen her at the flag football game they had. I ain't know Russ was in the building. So they got a whole new list. Yeah, I seen Kevin Hart, big Eagles fan. Anne Hathaway, she looked good. She looked real good. SZA did good, looked good. Just seen that. What? Duh, E. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes were at the game. Yep, saw that. Just talked about that. Okay, Uncle Sam. Yeah, we know that. I think we got everybody. John Batiste. Yeah. I'm curious how people think he did on the national anthem. Maybe I need to look that up. Yep, cool. Some other stuff too, but I gotta get off of here in a second anyway. So But boy, this was just crazy to me. I mean, that is crazy though. I can't even lie. You can't even lie. Like, because another critique I had of this show, which is I think is what Charlamagne was getting at when he was like, maybe don't perform not like us, because it almost feels like, as much as it was a game over, because they made that in the lights at the end, game over, as much as it was a game over, it almost felt like the show was only about like proving something to Drake, to me, right? And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying he put this whole thing on to appease Drake, but there were elements of it, right, where it's like the song selection almost catered to, I need to make sure this is culturally sound and culturally relevant, versus I can put on the biggest show, right? The best set list performance. And then with this, although it was a chess move and like you end it this way, it just felt a little bit like, it's kind of a little skewed towards Drake. But this was crazy. This song is crazy good though, man. You can't deny the song. What have I, can you look at my likes on here? Let's see. This was hard.
Gotta show respect. I had to come get you. Hey, love you too, man. Oh, you're a player, man. Hey, great job. Great job, baby.
That's who said they need to get off Jalen Hurts back.
You deserve that right there. I appreciate it.
Oh, I wonder if I could play this without getting copyrighted, because boy, if you ain't seen it, I'm sure you have seen it, but man, is Jalen Hurts' team phenomenal, or are they phenomenal? And it's a group of women. And I am not like super pandering here, because I wanted to interview one of the women that manages him, and she turned me down. And completely understand why. Like, it was a extreme ask when I first reached out to her, because I didn't realize the level she was at. But for her to even just take the time to write me back and politely turn me down just spoke volumes to her character. And now, like, in my Dynasty Fantasy Football League, literally, I'm this meticulous. In my Dynasty Fantasy Football League, if I see there's a player that I'm remotely interested in and she is the rep of said player, I automatically think, okay, they got good character. They got good people around them. They're not going to make boneheaded decisions. Like, I'm that high on his team. With that said, they smoked this. I mean, they smoked it.
Hate that you said he wasn't a top 10 quarterback. Hate that you said he couldn't throw the ball. Hate that he got over when push came to shove. Hate that he always say the right thing.
Money is nice, championships are better.
Hate that in your all-knowing, armchair wisdom, you were sure he come up short. Hate that you got it wrong.
I actually don't hate that I got it wrong. I was sure that he was going to come up short. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I was 100% sure that he was about to come up short. 100% I thought Pat was going to pull off the three-peat. Even though my gut said the NFL ain't going to let it happen. And the refs called a pretty much clean game. After those 2 ticky-tack penalties, they didn't call nothing else. So you got to love it, man. You got to love it. Got to give some love to old Starkville, Mississippi right here, man. I wish you could. Let me see. Why is it not louder? You can't even hear it. But hey, this is A.J. Brown, star wide receiver for the Eagles, if you did not know. And he iced.
It's no secret that you are good friends with Saquon. Yes. You've been rooting for him all season long, of course.
Keep going on Sunday.
I want to know, what's that pregame text going to look like?
Oh, it is going to be like, go kill, do what you do, be unstoppable, do what you've done every single year, be the same but better.
Yeah. Speaking of pregame moments, is there any music that you listen to before you go on air, your pregame moment? A go-to song?
No, but I'm like, do I need a hype song? I'm somebody who would I'm silent before, because it's like, that's when the
Yeah, I liked a lot of this stuff just so I could do it for this moment. Happy feelings. Come on, man. Super Bowl champs. Gotta give credit where it's due, man. Gotta give credit where it's due.
You know, went to the national championship and lost, and went back and got benched and had to transfer and had to go through this just unprecedented journey.
Yeah, man. Stay focused.
Kept the main thing, and always was true to his vision and what he saw.
And this person right here said he also finished his master's degree at OU in the summer, which is hard. Look at that. That's a good support system right there, man. Good support system. Got his lady with him. I don't know who this is. I'm assuming mom, maybe. Agent here on the left. Ashley Nicole is her name. Ashley, I don't want to misspeak that. It's Ashley something. I'm pretty sure of the first name. And he won it.
Do not ask.
Let me stop, because now I'm getting away from the Super Bowl, and I'm a big Jeered fan. So, all right. Anyway, good shape here. What the hell is this? Probably should stop that. See, this is where you. Here we go. Let's look at this, then I'll get off.
The performance begins with Uncle Sam, L. Jackson, an actor known for playing roles that represent the man. We see Kendrick Set assembling the American flag, symbolizing.
I agree with that, and I caught that too. Once I go back.
The performance begins. We see present an actor known for playing roles that represent.
Yeah, I saw this, right? Once I kind of got the gist of, oh, he playing Uncle Sam, I was like, ah, clever, Django. And if you've ever seen The Hateful Eight, if you haven't seen The Hateful Eight, if you are into that type of humor, it's another Quentin Tarantino. It's a good one.
We see Kendrick Set assembling the American flag, symbolizing that this very country was built by Black Americans. But think
Good.
deeper. K-Dot did not spare the certified lawyer boy, Drizzy Drake. His chain was a lowercase a, or in other words, A minor. Serena Williams.
I could debunk that, because I think that is more. Now. Some would say Kendrick is so diabolical. That is definitely that. But there's also this too. And that's like part of. Where is it at? Right here. See, this is like part of their brand. Or even this one. Like, this is all part of the PG Lang brand. Like his label or whatever, right? So. It's all part of it. So some would say he would be in deep, but others would say brand.
Appeared to perform a local LA dance called the Crip Walk.
A local LA dance called a Crip Walk is crazy, but I feel you, bro.
In her tennis career, but she is also Drake's ex-girlfriend. And where did she perform the dance? Right in the X. Now the whole stage was shaped like a PlayStation controller.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Well, think deeper. PlayStation is owned by Sony, the same company that owns Drake's label. You know they love to sue, indeed. See, this beef.
And see, this is why I said, like, these type of think pieces, I like that too, by the way. These type of think pieces is why I said it kind of gave a little more credit. Like, it put that extra battery into, right? This had a lot to do with Drake and ending the Drake beef, when I think it could have been more, this is just me rocking the Super Bowl. And the purists would say this is him rocking the Super Bowl. But again, I say it did have a lot of feeling towards, this is me ending the Drake beef on the biggest stage.
The halftime show wasn't supposed to be entertainment. It was a message laced with symbolism about our government and control. In the lyrics, the revolution is about to be televised. Right time for the wrong guy. Kendrick Lamar warned the audience to pay close attention. Samuel L. Jackson, dressed as Uncle Sam, a national personification of the United States.
That means it's good to stop. And now with that last thing, and I'm getting off after this, last thing he said, right? Just about the government. There's two books I've been thinking about reading for a long time. One of my old mentors who recently passed away recommended this to me. And I think now because he did pass away, I'm going to read it. But I think it was 1986 is the name of the book. Or is it 1983? Let's see. George Orwell, 1984. I'm going to check this book out because they say it's supposed to be real good about just like that type of stuff. And it's supposed to be banned in a lot of places. So I'm going to check it out because I'm a reader like this. So I may as well. And the other one is Animal Farm. I'm going to check them both out and I'll report back on what I thought about them. But I'm just curious now because they're seeing like a rise. Like I just seen like a lot of people talking about them today for some reason. So I'm like, I gotta check this out and see what it's about. But anyway, that's my breakdown of the Super Bowl. Quick, offbeat, impromptu stream. Take 7, I believe this was. Had a real good time doing that. I'm about to go grab some grub, watch some of this show. One of my favorite shows that I'm super late on called The Bell Collective, but I'm about to go check that out. And I'll see you guys Thursday for a much longer stream. And now since we got the Super Bowl out the way, we ain't even got to talk about it. Until next time, it's your boy, JT Expressive. Keep expressing.